tracts of land, 20,000 hectares, and then you're allowed to go to America and be like any normal citizen and be a refugee? Do you think in the next few days, you hear them saying we need our own country in South Africa? All they are trying to do is to find a location in South Africa which they will call African. You think a rich man in South Africa wants to go to America and clean toilets for a paper written American citizen? So aid can come. Let me tell you something. As a prophet, I support Donald Trump. Supporting Donald Trump doesn't mean say he will support me. Someone said, but Donald Trump is supporting the white people. Look at his true colors. We didn't vote him for white people issues. No, the idea of Donald Trump is white people, white leaders in America, they care about their white people in Africa. Do you know if there is a war here, anyone with a British passport, they will send you a message for you. Heads of state in Africa don't care about their own people.
Welcome to Edit Topcast. This is the message we all need at this moment. This is the message we all need to shift our views on the news we've been watching every day. This is what you all need. Look, this man is a prophet from Zimbabwe, but he lives in the UK. I think this is the first time I listen to him. This may be the first time I'm watching him. But let me tell you this. His message today is very important for everyone. With whatever is going on in South Africa, with whatever is going on in the US, in the UK, about immigrants, about Trump canceling US aid from all over the world, this is the message we need to hear. White people care for white people in Africa. Black people don't care for black people in Africa. Trump did what? He offered asylum to white people from South Africa. If you want, come over. We got you. But guess what? Zimbabwean, Nigerian, Ghanaian, Burundian, Congolese, when they go to South Africa to look for better life, what's happened? They put them on fire. They put tires on them, put the fire on, put oil on it on, and put them on fire. Black people, they don't care about black people. White people, from too far away, from US, they care for white people, even in Africa. That's the message I have today for you. I was so shocked. I was so surprised. But overall, I was happy to see it. And I want you to listen to this message. Hopefully, it's going to change your mind. It's going to change your brain. Do not blame white people. Do not complain about white people. Complain about your people. Complain about yourself. What are you doing for your community? What are you doing for your people? Because they care for their people. We don't care for our people. That's his message. You might be a Muslim, Orthodox, Hindu, whatever. It doesn't matter. Put that to the side for a second and listen to his message. He's going to teach you how to care for yourself, not to complain about what other people are doing.
South Africa, in the realm of the spirit, they lack a name. How can you have a direction being your name as a whole country? South Africa. A direction. You're here from South Africa. I don't have problems with you. But you cannot have a direction as a name. South Africa. It's a momentary lapse in judgment that the black community allowed a certain nonsensical pathway to be hewn by people who are not bent on anything but bent on the destruction of South Africa. That it is one of the only countries with no name except a direction. Now, this is what I'm telling you if you're from South Africa. Despite the issue that your leadership chose to go against Israel, here is it. God loves South Africa. But here it is. Here it is. Do you see what they did now with Trump? How the white community have sent letters to him
Just right here.
that they are in trouble. What Trump did is not what they wanted. This is the word of the Lord I'm giving you. Let me tell you something. The white community is not trying to run away from South Africa. So you own huge tracts of land, 20,000 hectares, and then you're allowed to go to America and be like any normal citizen and be a refugee. Do you think in the next few days you hear them saying we need our own country in South Africa?
I hope not.
Mark my words.
I hope not.
All they are trying to do is to find a location in South Africa which they will call African. You think a rich man in South Africa wants to go to America and clean toilets for a paper written American citizen? Don't receive it. They are looking for a land. They don't want to be with the black people. So if you're going to get your own location, where are the black people going to go? So your great-grandfather came from your nation to conquer South Africa and take over. We don't have a problem with you. You are only a progeny of colonizers. So you are not guilty, Mr. White people. You're not guilty. You are safe. But now you are exhibiting the character of your colonizing grandfather. So the black people should stay. They didn't own anything. Now you have to address this issue. And you will see what will happen. He is acting very strong, this man, this president, acting very strong.
This is what I want you to listen.
Behind the scenes, letters are going, please understand us. They will try. They will even change the lettering of what they agreed so that America will understand them.
But let me ask you a question. If you're listening, okay? He's saying that these white people from South Africa are going to reclaim the land, the country. In other words, they're going to divide South Africa into countries. One country for white people, another country for black people. No, that's not going to happen. He's going a little bit too far. It's not going to happen. The same concept, it's been around in the United States of America, where black people are trying to cram their own country for themselves. And the reason is, what they say is the culture is different. There's no way they can live together and be able to cohabitate together. In South Africa, pretty much the same, but it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. That's just politics. Okay? But if we look at this question very deep and carefully, with a little bit of some wisdom, why white people in South Africa alive to the point of asking to be in their own country? Why do we come up with this type of segregation ideas? Okay, that's South Africa, right? Let's bring it to United States of America, okay? Why black people in America we claim or we request to have their own land when they have their own constitution, when they have their own government, their own police, their own army, their own country? Why? Look, if you listen, I don't know, I'm not an expert on this. If you listen, the same reason that white South African are requesting to have their own land, even if I didn't see that, I just hear this from him. They say that's true. The same reason that these white people from South Africa are requesting to have their own country are the same reasons that the black African American in America are requesting to have their own country. Because of what? They are complaining about being treated unfair. So they want their own rent. So it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in the US. It's not going to happen in South Africa. And that was now my point of bringing this message. You're going to see my point. Please watch.
So aid can come. Let me tell you something. As a prophet, I support Donald Trump. Supporting Donald Trump doesn't mean say you support me. Someone said, but Donald Trump is supporting the white people. Look at his true colors. We didn't vote him for white people issues. No, the idea of Donald Trump is a sign of the end, number one. Number two, Donald Trump is a pure sign to black people. Get up off your backside and know you are on your own. Nobody is coming to save you. Trump is saving his white community in South Africa.
Right,
save your own black people. Be friends. Connect. Zimbabwe goes to South Africa, you put tires on them, you bend them. Now Trump said, my white community, please come here. You are crying. A white community, hey, so are they not part of us? You thought they were part of you. Take this, cut it, say whatever you want to say. Do I look like I care? If I look like I care, please tell me so I can do plastic surgery. Stupidity gone on rampage. Black people in South Africa, you are on your own. Nobody is coming to help you. And black people in Africa, the day you start loving each other is the day this thing will be so easy for you. Heads of state in Africa don't care about their own people. White people, white leaders in America, they care about their white people in Africa. Do you know if there is a war here, anyone with a British passport, they will send you a message. Something is wrong. What we want you to do is go to the nearest embassy or come out using that border. They don't care you are in Checheche. It's your own palaba. But us now, black people hating each other. You go to this country, they will bend this one. Now South Africa is claiming Zimbabwe didn't do anything for them during the apartheid and nothing. You can look at the stupidity. Just because we hate each other. And Zimbabweans are also attacking South Africans and learned people. But the reality is, why are we attacking each other? Donald Trump has shown that I'm white. I will support my white people. Black people, they teach others throats every day, just attacking each other. Heads of state in Africa don't care about their own people. White people, white leaders in America, they care about their white people in Africa. Black people in South Africa, you are on your own. Nobody is coming to help you. And black people in Africa, the day you start loving each other is the day this thing will be so easy for you.
Yeah. Yeah, the same tactics that happen in the US is happening in the UK and elsewhere. So we need to think twice. We need to double down to our strategy. You cannot depend on anyone. That's what the prophet just said. You cannot depend on anyone. Nobody's coming to help you. No one's coming to assist you. You have to be on your own, black people. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I was saying. We cannot just keep complaining about white people. But what are we doing for our people, ourselves? Watch what's going in the UK on immigration. It's the same style, the same way they cracked on immigration in America. It's happening in the UK.
Illegal immigrants being taken off a bus, made to climb the stairs of a plane with hands chained to the waist, all set to be deported to their country of origin. No, this video is not from the United States. In a first, it has been posted by the UK government in a declaration of the so-called UK-wide blitz. That's what it's being called. Because in classic Trump fashion, with raids, arrests, and deportations, the Labour Party is doubling down to curb illegal immigration and cracking down on illegal migrants in Britain. In fact, this drive broke records in January. The immigration enforcement teams reportedly raided 828 premises, including warehouses, car washes, vape shops, nail bars, and restaurants, which includes an Indian restaurant where 7 people were arrested and 4 were detained. Overall, the raids saw a 48% rise compared to previous January, and they led to 609 arrests, marking a 73% increase from the previous year. And while the drive has been amped up in recent weeks, it has been underway for some time now. The Starmer government has returned nearly 19,000 migrants living illegally in the United Kingdom to their countries of origin in Africa, Asia, Europe, and South America. This includes as many as 118 Indians who were deported last year, second only to Albanians. And this number is not surprising. After all, nearly 745,000 illegal migrants are currently in the United Kingdom, out of which around 100,000 are Indians. But what's behind the sudden boost in taking action against illegal immigrants?
Look, the problem is what? The problem is no one on the African continent is trying to bring stuff together. Look at what's going on in Congo. Look at what's going on in Burundi, Congo, and then Rwanda. Look, no one is trying to bring this country together. So if Europe, if West, if America, if all these white people, white country don't care about us, and all these leaders, they don't care about us, then what's going to happen? That's your question, and you have to answer that question. Who? Jesus is not going tomorrow because he said the time is going to come down. No one is going to know. He's not coming down. Who's going to save us? We need leaders. We need leaders. We need some people who understand the issue. We need people who's going to come and save this continent. So, how are we going to save this continent? These are this type of information. We need to know what's going on. Nobody else cares for us. Nobody. No one. Position. You need to talk about it. You need to share this type of knowledge because you're not going to see any change unless some people come together and do something about it. If Trump is doing whatever he's doing for America, for white people in South Africa, who is doing anything else for these black people, whatever they are? Nobody. But we just sit down and complain. We have to stop, complain, and to see what we can do about it. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope you all get something from this video, and we're going to see some change. I hope. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.